If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome back to Talkin' Shit, where we are talking all sorts of shit. Schitt's Creek, that is. Today we are talking about Season 6, Episode 2, The Incident. I'm Jess Starling, and of course, I'm not alone here. Today, I'm joined by someone who describes our podcast as an amusement park for clinical narcissists. Stuart, how are you?
Okay, I'm good. That was better than I thought it would be. I was expecting you to say something about me having an oopsie daisy. Glad you didn't go that route. Yeah.
No, I'm so kind. That's what they say, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This episode was a bit of a cringe fest, and I can't wait to get into it.
It's I don't know how to feel about this one. That's where I think I come away. I just don't know. There are things that I like that aren't in the David storyline. The David storyline is just really hard. I find it very difficult to watch.
I didn't find it that. I mean, like on first watch, I was like, "Oh, this is awkward," and it's just, it's really like. The reference is always going to be Scott's Tots, right? From The Office.
Of course.
Everyone's, if anything's cringe, that's like
the Mount Rushmore cringe TV is that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think this episode kind of has a candidate to be up there with it because it is.
Wow. I would not put it that high, but I mean, we'll get into it. I do think there's other things I love about this episode though, that like do a good job of balancing out the cringy moments. But yeah, I think like we've talked about this. We loved, or we said the premiere was like a bit middling. I think Schitt's Creek is a show that takes a second to warm up. In terms of
curious,
I think sometimes their premieres are really good, but I feel like they're not really like chugging along until a few episodes in. So I wasn't exactly surprised to be like, okay, kind of come away from this episode like, all right.
Yeah, I feel that. I feel like we were spoiled last season with The Crowning. Like, it just came out, like, swinging. And I think with, like, the setup from the end of last season to, like, what I was expecting, I think maybe my expectations were just raised a little bit too much. So I totally agree with you. Yeah, it does seem that they are, like the wheels are churning, like, getting, like, building up momentum and stuff like that. I'm not against a slow build. Because I mean, this is the final season, and I kind of it's very rare for a season to hit all the time, like all bangers all the time.
Oh yeah,
you kind of need a bit of a like up and down. Like you need a bit of momentum building and stuff like that. And so I'll be content if it just slowly progresses up.
Yeah, and to be fair, most shows are petering out by the end, truly, like that, or at least I would say a lot of sitcoms feel that way to me. I mean, that they go on too long and then they just kind of peter out to the finish line. And I don't think Schitt's Creek is like that. So it doesn't bother me, scare me, make me nervous at all that like the second episode is not my favorite. Cause I'm like, I look at some of the titles of what we have coming up and I am amped. I'm really excited. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we continue the Office like comparisons, Will Ferrell and Catherine Tate haven't turned up yet. So, I mean, it's good. It's good.
Nellie is my least favorite Office character, and it's not even like remotely close. I despise Nellie. And in fact, my husband is currently doing a rewatch of The Office right now. And I've been jumping in on some of them, like dinner party, I'm there. You know,
like the TV.
Sign me up.
The TV.
The plasma TV.
Yes.
If he has friends over, he could just put it into the wall.
So good.
But snips. It's just so good. It's so good. And yeah, we're still in the early days. We're like pre Jim and Pam even getting married. That's where we're at. And it is mwah, you know, it's like it's chef's kiss Office.
It's the good stuff. Yeah, The Office is a bit of a ride. You got to get it past the point where it's like trying to just redo the UK thing badly, and it becomes its own show. And it's like when it becomes its own show and it realizes its own identity, it's fantastic. But
and then Michael leaves and we could all just stop watching, truly, like until the very end.
That's when the show ended, right?
I mean, it should have. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Schitt's Creek. I'll do a quick.
That's the one we're talking about.
That's what we're here for. I'll do a quick episode recap in case people didn't rewatch. David's excitement over his upcoming nuptials has caused a little overnight oopsie daisy, aka wetting the bed. David is mortified and spends the following day refusing liquids and stress cleaning Rose Apothecary. Things are only made worse when Moira, who's doing a social media takeover for Interflix to promote the Crows movie, accidentally live streams her conversation with Patrick and David about his nighttime oopsie daisy. It doesn't take long for word to spread in this small town, and Patrick does everything he can to keep David in the dark. Meanwhile, Johnny takes Roland and Stevie to a nearby motel that is up for sale as he'd like to think about expanding the Rosebud Empire. Unfortunately, they didn't realize the owner had just died, and they were inadvertently attending his funeral. For Stevie, this is too much, too fast, as she's been considering expanding new horizons outside of the motel business. She tells Johnny, and he gives her his support while also hoping she will find her way back to the Rosebud Inn, Stuart.
A sweet way to kind of turn it around for Johnny, I thought. He's really good on that front.
Oh, wait, I can't tell if are you accusing me of making it sound like Johnny did a better job than he actually did?
No, I'm being sincere for once in my life.
Oh, okay. I was like, Roland was the one who heard viewing and, you know, or what was it? Opening? I can't remember what the hell it's called. And he didn't understand it. Like, how do you have a miscommunication where you don't understand you're attending a funeral?
Okay, I'm sorry, but the word viewing does not throw like images of funerals at me. Like I'm viewing a property. Like for me, I'm like, I thought that Roland was probably the most innocent Roland can be, and I know I've been batting for Roland for quite a while and really kind of like finding an excuse like, not to give him LVPs.
Betty and Benny, they're so stupid. They sound like Muppets. Like one of them is dead.
They do. They do sound like Muppets, though.
Yeah,
I'm Betty. That was really funny. I will give him that.
Really good.
I thought Roland was
Johnny.
on top form.
No, he wasn't too bad, and I did love Johnny's reaction of like when he finds out there's egg salad at the funeral. He's like, egg salad.
That was such a great callback to Bob's. Was it brother? Yeah, Bob's brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
funny.
And,
egg salad.
Eating the egg salad sandwich.
I love egg salad.
Danny Boy.
How do you feel about egg salad, Stuart, as someone who has often made fun of Americans for putting mayonnaise in all of their salads?
I hate egg salad so
Why?
much. It's just the most. I don't know. Like, I can imagine if it's made fresh, I'm more on board, but I'm still not there. Like, it's not something that I would ever
love eggs.
pick. However, a fried egg sandwich, I would go for. I don't know what it is. Just like mushed up egg and mayonnaise, just gives me the ick. And
is a fried egg sandwich like a breakfast sandwich?
What do you mean, like a breakfast sandwich?
Like
fried egg in bread.
Bread, egg, bacon or sausage, sometimes cheese. That's a breakfast sandwich.
Take out the bacon, sausage, and cheese, and I guess
that's just eggs on toast.
Yeah, but like with bread on top, bread on top sandwich. Definition.
I guess I'm doing the same thing, but I'm making it open faced for breakfast.
Well, this is the thing: is like a fried egg on toast. Is that a club sandwich by definition? I mean, technically,
I don't know what a club sandwich is. Aren't our club sandwiches like multiple different types of meats? Like it's like ham and roast beef and something else.
Oh wait, no, I'm confusing club sandwich with this open face sandwich. No.
I'm so lost.
Today's a wreck. We are on sandwich already. We're meant to be talking about our guy's funeral and Roland not being that bad.
We're talking about egg salad. Oh, anyway.
Baby, but I've been up since 4:30 a.m. Leave me alone.
I'm tired. I've been up, early too. Okay. First things first, before we talk about the ins and outs of all the other, there's tons of topics and who cares. I need to first talk about the fact that Patrick was sporting a Canadian tuxedo this episode because it was everything.
Double denim. He wears it well.
How?
It's Patrick. Are you surprised?
Just everything he wears. I'm like, how are you so good at this?
Okay, we say everything, but the look at the end.
I loved it. 10 out of 10. It just makes him more relatable.
Right.
We'll talk about it. He was trying to make David feel better.
Yeah, I feel like we need to get into this. I feel like we need to build up to that. Okay, which one are we taking on first? Are we going to go like motel first? Or
let's do motel first because we were already talking about the egg salad.
Yeah.
I love Johnny's initiative here. I love the idea of there is a motel for sale. It is like 20 minutes away. It's a great opportunity. I don't like telling Roland because he's the one who sets up the meeting, but not telling Stevie? Like Stevie is the one who's actually your business partner. Roland is your employee. Like it just is a little strange to me. And maybe it's because he's like, oh, Stevie will be skeptical until she sees it. Like maybe he just feels like there's a way I'll get her on board with her actually seeing it. But like if I'm Stevie, I'm like, why am I the one being left out of this until we show up? Because I don't know, Stuart, as someone who likes to be prepared, like I would want to be prepared for this sort of a business meeting,
Yeah, I was really kind of put off with that at first. And then I thought to myself, with how Stevie acts towards the end, I'd kind of headcanoned it a bit myself. And I do this a fair bit where I kind of like will almost like explain away and apologize for people's behavior in the show because I'm like, logically, I think maybe they did that. And I don't want to think the worst of them. But I kind of think that maybe Stevie had been a bit flighty anyway and had been really difficult to nail down, had been difficult to talk to. But then they were on a 20-minute journey in a car together going towards a destination that Stevie didn't realize where they were going. So it must have been like we'll find out when we get there kind of situation, which is Johnny's failing. Like Johnny should have really kind of like talked about it then. It wasn't the coolest idea. I'm surprised that you pick up more on the fact that he told Roland about it and not the fact that he told Roland to be the one to make contact with them.
Also a terrible idea.
Unforgivable behavior given Roland's track record. I'm like, Johnny, you're meant to be like a big motel boss now, and he's like
the admin guy. Like Roland is like the lawnmower guy, not the guy who makes the business phone calls.
Exactly, because otherwise he does the admin while he's doing the lawn mowing, and therefore he can't hear the difference between Betty and Benny.
Yeah. So that's the big issue. But Johnny turns it around, in my opinion, because not only are they able to like, smooth things over because apparently the former motel owner was like in trouble with some poker guys. So she thought that's where they were. But once they explain the situation, she's like, oh yeah, we used to like hang out with the Stevie's aunt all the time and blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they had like a great relationship and they were really able to smooth things over. I was most impressed with Johnny when he and Stevie have the conversation at the end of the episode when she says like, listen, I want to like expand my horizons. I don't know if this is like what I want to do. I want to try something out. And he is very cool about it. Like in a way that I think is fairly admirable considering this is his business partner. Like this is their joint venture. If she is out and he's relying on Roland, like that's a lot. And he very much goes with the flow in a way that I think is really great and does remind me of like, this is his fatherly instinct. This is him. This is what he would say to David and Alexis, like, okay, like you're free to like explore other passions. I hope you'll come back. Cause I do like that he added that in, because I think for Stevie, she doesn't know what his thoughts are, but him saying to her, oh, if you do want to come back, I would really love that. I think that really like puts aside any possible ill will,
Yeah, it doesn't betray his emotions in the moment. Like Johnny's really sad when Stevie breaks in his turn because he's like this, like you said, is his business partner. and they've been in it as a partnership for this whole time. Johnny has really kind of, I think, labored that point that it's a partnership. It's not like him taking over and stuff. He really does think of Stevie as being there by his side the whole way through. Like when it comes to the hospice and they win and stuff, it's their victory. The name of the place, like it's meant to be them. And so, of course, like he's understandably upset because he's losing half of like the partnership. And so it's like it's a big deal. But there is that familial kind of like relationship of like kind of fatherly. I think as well, just also like she's a great family friend to the Roses. Has helped them out a hell of a lot, despite being quite sarcastic and a bit kind of like laughing from the sidelines at a lot of their shenanigans. But like Stevie is part of the family now, and so of course Johnny's not gonna kind of poo-poo it and be like, no, that's silly, and kind of force Stevie to stay or guilt her or anything like that. But I love the fact that we don't betray Johnny's feelings. Like Johnny is allowed to experience that kind of sadness, express it, but do so in a really kind of, I think, positive way. But just saying, yeah, I'm not going to stand in your way. If that's what you feel that you need to do, go and do it. I just hope you come back. And I thought that was a really sweet sentiment. I am not liking the vibe of this conversation though, because I mean, I hope Stevie comes. I mean, I hope Stevie doesn't leave because I want Stevie. Yeah. Unless we get Stevie-centric travel episode going to like the big city or something. I don't know. Like it feels. I don't know if I'm kind of it's predestined to worry about this because I'm a West Wing fan, and after they started getting like the real Emmy attention, that's when we got the CJ episode that was like always like Allison Janney in the spotlight to make sure she got like the best actress nom and stuff like that. And they tend to be not the strongest episodes. I love me some Allison Janney, and this is no slight on Allison Janney.
Better watch your mouth.
Yeah, but it's always the writing that surrounds it because it's like it's just really kind of shoehorned and really obvious.
Yeah,
I hope we don't get something quite as hokey with Stevie. If anything like that does happen, maybe Stevie might not even leave. Maybe this just the assurance is enough. But me as a first time watcher, I'm worried.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what you think. Like, what career options do you think Stevie might pursue?
I don't know really, because this is the thing. Like, Stevie, we're being really honest, doesn't have a great deal of experience. I mean, like taking the lead in a local production of Cabaret, it's impressive. Don't get me wrong, but she's not going to go to Broadway. Like, right. It's. I mean, we've seen the later seasons of Glee. We know how competitive. No, I'm joking. But it is highly competitive. People that tend to be like uber talented and have worked their butts off to be there, and so it's like not something that she's likely just to fall into. I don't know why I'm just headcanoning that it's New York that she goes to. Like it's just like that big city.
Yeah,
but it could be anything. It could just be travel. Like she was saying that she was kind of jealous of Alexis going to see the world. Maybe it's not necessarily a career thing. Maybe it's travel. No, it could be a plethora of stuff. But yeah, if she does seek out a career, I don't know. I'd like to see her do something kind of bonkers just to try some stuff. Like, you know, join the circus. Like, do something kind of just weird and have one of those anecdotes of like, oh yeah, that summer I spent in the circus. Like, kind of weird. But the timeline progression going so quickly, do we have time for that? I don't know.
Yeah. It's a lot. I do like that they set it up right away. It is like they set it up last episode. It was like kind of a throwaway line, like a very small moment in the episode overall. And then to really dig deeper into it this episode where we have Johnny wanting to expand, which isn't news, right? Like Johnny has been working so hard to get this motel like in tip-top shape and have it the best it could be. It only makes sense to expand at this point, especially if there's another one right down the road. 20 minutes, that's not very far. So of course it makes sense. And, naturally that's where they kind of diverge in that this is not anything Stevie wanted to do. It just was kind of something she fell into. And naturally, when you then have something as, that she was very passionate about, like Cabaret, it's going to open your mind up to like, oh, I didn't realize I could like something as much as that. Am I not in the right career path because I don't feel that way about my day job? So I like that we're setting it up, and it feels very natural to have as our final season story arc for Stevie specifically. I feel like we've been building to this storyline.
Yeah. And it makes so much sense considering we have seen Stevie be a bit of a townie, and like kind of never leave. Like she's got all the kind of like connections of knowing who everyone is in town and like understanding the whole vibe of things. So it's like good to push Stevie beyond those limits now, and to see like an exploration of like who she is without the definition of where she's from, which I think would be fantastic to kind of say. Also like Johnny, like the whole like him and his ambitions with the motel. I thought it was quite interesting that they were looking to buy a motel that looked so much better than theirs. Like it was immaculate looking from the outside. Like it would look really kind of like quite plush, which I thought was quite funny. But it must say a lot about how they are doing, because it's a viable option of buying another motel, right? That's kind of wild.
Well, I also think at least this is how I imagine Johnny feels, which is you don't know until you try. And then finding out that the former or the current owners had a prior relationship with Stevie's aunt, that gets them a personal connection, right? He says it may help us get a better deal. Like it depends. Obviously, not everyone is the same, but sometimes if you are selling a property to someone who is local, owns another local motel, you trust those people, you know those people, you may be willing to give them a better deal than you would anyone else who's just gonna come in, take the whole building down, and put up a Holiday Inn or something, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they want. And so I could see Johnny just like, because Johnny's old school, right? Like, not to bring up The Office again, but he's like bringing gift baskets to people. Like that's who he is, you know? So I could just see that the wheels churning in his mind of like, oh, this is how we could do this. Maybe normally it would be out of our budget, but with the right, like greasing of palms and that sort of, you know, getting it in personally, maybe we could make it work. Johnny is a kind of guy who sometimes wants to shoot for the stars. Like he's gonna go for it, and I totally appreciate that about him.
Love that. I mean, it's the kind of attitude that's kind of, I think, probably in a way through maybe a bit of like kind of just osmosis has inspired Stevie a little bit of like, this is the aspiration that Stevie has been lacking, and if Johnny Rose can end up working at the motel that he lives in, end up becoming a partner in it, and then is expanding out to all these other ones. And that's kind of inspiring in a way. Like, as much as we kind of like may laugh at the whole situation and like it's a bit kind of like silly, it kind of is Johnny's just vision of just like, I want to get there, and the ability to kind of like not force, but like engineer it to happen is kind of that. It's got to be great, because it's like, well, if Johnny can do it, like I know Johnny. At times he's a buffoon. He's lovable, but he can be a bit of a buffoon, and I am just as competent as him. Why can't I do that? Like, it must be like that's kind of a lot of the reasons why I'm probably questioning. I think it also really helps that in finding out at this funeral that they were in a poker league or like a nefarious thing and clearly owe a bit of money. I mean, that's surely going to help things as well, right? Get that on the sheet, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah. So we'll see where this storyline goes. I mostly enjoyed it. I think the egg salad bit did really crack me up. I don't know why, but it really did. And I really love the Johnny and Stevie conversations. They're always just so heartwarming. And I love the button on the end of that scene being like, Stevie, like, I'm just going to take the rest of the day off and like think about it. And he's like, or you could finish your shift.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Exactly. Also, I love the fact that you say put a button on the end, and like Johnny's old reference of working the button factory, which like at 10
like
years
10?
old. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So good.
Also, did you have to Google what a bonspiel was?
I don't even know. When did they say that? What the heck is that?
So
what?
It's a curling tournament.
Which is
what they were referring to. I was there just going, that's some Canadian shit right there. I know it. Googled it.
I know what
like,
curling is. Yeah. I knew what curling was, so I figured it must be related. All right, where do we want to go next? Would you rather talk about David wetting the bed or Moira's social media takeover?
I mean, seems wrong to say David went in the bed. Like, I'd like to talk about it, but I feel like we need to get that out of the way.
Yeah, this is how we start our episode. And at the very least, God, I guess it makes it slightly more bearable to find out that the reason he's having this issue is over excitement versus like anxiety, panic, former trauma sort of stuff. Like it's just because he's so excited about the wedding. But it's also just like, I don't know. It like Patrick laughs. That's like his first thing that he does. And that like hurt me a little. I'm like, oh my God, don't laugh. Like he probably is like mortified. Like I love David being like, are we going to get a divorce? Like they're not even married yet. It's all very funny. I don't know. How do you feel about the mattress protector?
Diabolical. I mean, so I've got like not a plastic mattress protector, but I've got like one of the cooling ones so that my mattress feels like cool and stuff, which is primo. But there's not like there's no crinkling to it. There's no plastic, which is like it's just fabric, which is the like but that plastic texture when you lay on it. No, that's just look. I understand that. And I did like the thing of like when he was like, this is an expensive mattress, and he's like, does it cost more than my dignity? And it's like comparable.
Listen, Patrick is a logical king, okay? Like he is a very rational man. In his mind, well, this is probably going to happen again, and I don't want my mattress to get ruined. Like totally fair. But also, my guy, buy one that doesn't crinkle, like it's going to be so obvious the minute he sits on it. And that only makes him feel worse. I do think from that point forward, Patrick is the most supportive and lovely he could possibly be. Like he is like, David, you can't not drink liquids, like your tea has been sitting here, it's okay, like drink it, you're fine. Like he's even flattered when Moira tells him like the reason behind the oopsie daisies. He goes above and beyond to get this freaking live stream taken down by David's own sister and mother and trying to get him to avoid like even hearing it, and going so far as to be like, listen, like you have some embarrassing things. I have to wear a mouth guard and this weird nose thingy that helps me breathe. Like, look at me. I look like an idiot. He's so lovely from that point forward. It's just the mattress protector thing. I was like, oh, Patrick, like it's so bad. Get one that doesn't crinkle.
Yeah, that was a bad look. I think the laugh, I took that bad in the moment, but on the second watch, I kind of took it more as like, I think he's trying to make light of it. Like he's like, it's a non-issue, David, and we can joke about these things because we're gonna get married. It's the kind of thing of like, he's like wrapped himself up like in the duvet, like to try and hide it. It's like, he's seen a lot worse, David. Like I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah,
but it's tough because I think he doesn't find the line to ride immediately, and then goes over the line and then takes it back and then does everything right beyond that point. But like it takes that kind of like misstep to really catch himself.
And also, to be fair to Patrick, he's not aware that this is a pattern with David. Like he doesn't know that this is a thing that he's experienced all his life. Yeah. So I feel like maybe he wouldn't quite understand the shame that David is feeling right away. So maybe I'll even like give him a little bit of grace there as well. That he doesn't know until he has the conversation with Moira exactly like why this is happening or that this has happened more than one time. Like it's not just this one instance. But yeah, he is really lovely to David, who is like just really going through it. And I felt so bad for him. It is, of course, it's like mortifying, right? Like you wet the bed, like you're an adult, like you're gonna feel a way about it. And I listen, if I was him, I probably would be like, I'm a slow my roll on the beverages today. Like I would probably do the same thing, and have your own mother come in and just start talking about it. Like I think I would react very similarly to David. Like I am the type of person, like maybe 5 years into my marriage, this is like a funny story we can talk about. But in this moment, on this day, it is not funny and we don't need to talk about it. We just need to pretend it didn't happen, move on with our day, and never bring it up again.
I love the optimism of 5 years being allowable. I'd be like, never. We will never discuss
never
this
speak of this again.
Hey, I'm just thankful that there is now a door on that bathroom so that David could have the privacy to hide away from the world and have
shower 7 times. Yeah. A lot of showers, by the way. A lot of showers.
Mm-hmm. A lot of washing away of not just piss, but shame.
Oh,
take some scrubbing.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for him. I just want, like, in the writer's room, do you think this came about from like a whole thing of like, wouldn't it be funny if David pissed the bed? Like, I just don't understand.
I don't know.
There are certain writing ideas that come in episodes. And
you know
I'm just
what?
Like, what was the origin of it?
I think the Moira live stream idea came first. And then they were probably like, well, what's a funny thing that she could reveal on a live stream?
Mm-hmm.
David wets the bed. Like, I think they maybe got live stream first, and then we're just looking for the funny thing to insert into the live stream.
Yeah, I ended up like feeling the same thing because I was like, it doesn't seem their style to go, okay, got an idea for a storyline, guys. David pisses himself. And it's like, no, that's just not the Schitt's Creek vibe that I think we've got. And I think that's probably why I've seen a few people kind of react to it, why it doesn't feel like a typical kind of Schitt's Creek episode, and why it's a bit jarring for some people, is that it's that kind of vibe. But I mean, the live stream stuff, top
10 out of 10. See, that's the thing. The Moira doing a social media takeover with Alexis attempting to help is it's a top 10. Like, it's so good. The storyline is genius because Moira doesn't understand social media. She hasn't really done it. I love her being like, let's put a beak on that little yellow face, and she's like, we can't do that. It's perfect. And like the fact that she like calls her fans her friends because they're her friends and her fans. She figured out how to live stream from like Miss Kitty something. Like, it's too much, and it all makes perfect sense that Moira gets a little bit of attention and takes it just fully off the deep end.
Mm-hmm. I love that Moira is learning the fans like names by usernames. Like, is it Miss Cherry Bus, the kitty one as well, that's been crying all day. Like, that was the funniest thing to me, is just when she just drops those little anecdotes, because it's like she is live streaming, like she's reading the chat and like she's in it and she's like talking to these people like they're real people, and it's like live streamers love that stuff. They like kind of any engagement. But also, I love the idea that these users have not only been talking to her like about their lives and things, but then they've gone, you should live stream, and we're going to talk you through the process of setting it up.
Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing that the situation is enough to know that elsewhere off screen, that is the funniest shit ever.
Oh, yeah. Because she goes from not understanding a social media takeover and saying that sounds hostile to like full on doing a live stream. I adore just like she wants pictures of the Jazza Gals. I love Ronnie being like, you need my written permission to post this anywhere. It's like, it's a very funny character note from Ronnie. Like, it's all very funny. Oh, my son and his hashtag fiance. It is so perfect. I love this storyline, and I love that Alexis comes in and is like, who taught you how to live stream? You were supposed to tweet like once now and once in 3 hours. What are you doing?
I love it. It's just Moira being like kind of great at people management when it's like when they're adoring her. Like, she is so good at that side. Like, it's why she was really adept at the whole like convention thing. It's like why she kind of loves the Jazza Gals, because she kind of is lauded a little bit within that little group. I loved it when she wanted the picture of the Jazza Gals. It was like, can you take a selfie of us? It's like,
that's not a selfie. Yeah,
just that stupid joke. It was so good.
Yeah, and her also hating social media so much that like even Twyla's like, you called it a cauldron of self-absorption.
Yeah,
it's so perfect. Now just a quick snap for my friend Wine and Cat Gal 74 and her friends at the rehabilitation facility.
Yes.
It's
so
just
good.
so funny. And I love the like, oh, if Interflix wants to know if I'll extend my takeover, I'll have to think about it. Wink.
Yeah. So funny.
It's really, really good.
It's just, I just kind of wish that she would have got her head around the whole turning off the phone, or at least
and when I did my rewatch,
stream.
it is very like she just sets the phone down. She doesn't touch anything else. She just puts the phone down. So and this is like it's like a boomer thing where it's like, well, I put the phone down because that's what I would do with my other phone. It's like, well, you gotta click a button, Moira. You can't just set the phone on its face and be done. That's not how it works.
It's a generational thing, I'm telling you. Like, have you seen those weird things where you get like millennials and then like Gen Z kids, and you get them like side by side, they can't see each other, and it's like mine putting the phone down, and then like the millennials like, oh yeah, I'll put the phone down like that, and then the Gen Z is like tap.
Yeah, they even when it's like, oh, show me talking on a phone, they use their like full hand and palm like this, and we're doing like the shaka bra like situation. That's what it is. You got the pinkies and the thumbs, like this is the shaka bra. You got the it's not
the Bruce from Panama.
Yeah, exactly. But like realistically, I don't know about you, Stuart. I don't know if this is a spicy take, but I'm gonna bare my soul on this podcast. If as long as I am like home alone, like I'm not in a public place, and I am answering my phone, you're always on speaker. I'm not holding my phone up to my ear. Cause like first of all, it's uncomfortable. Second of all, my face gets hot and it gets like nasty and sweaty and like blah. And it's just easier. I can set my phone down and I can like do other things. I don't know.
Yeah, I do the exact same, and I get told off for it all the time because I forget where I've put my phone. I just wander off talking. They're like, I can't hear you, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're in the
sorry. Yeah. No, I've done that too. But it's like I'm not holding my phone up to my ear. What am I? Come on.
Exactly,
But this storyline really did tickle me. I thought it was really funny, and I love the meeting with Moira, Alexis, and Patrick, where they're like basically like, oh well, it's a hit. And they haven't taken it down yet. And Patrick being like, I'm sitting right here until you take it
down. It's getting a lot of traction and likes. It's like they're gonna need some antibiotics because they're going viral. Like
that line sent me because Alexis's reaction to it of like, oh, you're so cute, kind of like
look at you, you're so adorable. Yeah, like it's the
very
most
much the tweeters
joke, right?
Yeah,
yes.
It's like, oh, tweeters.
What's really funny is Moira's reaction when she first posts it, and then she's like, oh, we're getting likes. We have 5 likes. I was like, that is so me and Jess for like season 1 of this podcast.
We made 2 cents. Yeah. It's very cute. I really like the storyline, especially because again, I like to see Alexis doing like PR for Moira and helping her out, and then Moira just completely misunderstanding the assignment and naturally getting addicted to social media because Moira would. It's very realistic. So I really loved it. That's the thing. I really like that storyline, and I like where we ended up with the motel storyline. It's just like the wedding to bed stuff is like very cringy. So
yeah, it was though, but I think that it got us to a point where we had a scene that I think just about justified it, because like the whole mouth guard and nose thing, also the kind of, I don't know, like, did you get a vibe from the way in which Patrick was like, put it away, David, it's bedtime? I was like, oh, is it?
Wink.
Yeah.
Well, because he was like, he knew what link Ronnie had sent David, and he was like, absolutely not. Yeah. Ronnie. But I have a question as to like, what again? Ronnie is messy, capital M, and I'm here for it. But okay, I don't understand. I understand a mouth guard. I get that, right? Like, I totally understand what a mouth guard is. What is this nose thing? Because it's not like it's a breathing strip, right? Like it goes inside of his nostrils. Like, what is it?
I thought it was like, I don't know, like some sort of like thing that you would put, like, I don't know, like something inside of. So like
a filter?
Yeah, like a filter kind of thing. Do you have Vicks in the US?
Yeah, vapor rub, like the minty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like maybe you put like, I don't know, like dollop of that in there, and you get like kind of that throughout the night, rather than because like I've had it when I've had colds and stuff like that, and I've just smeared it on my pillow, and I've gone, right, I will just sleep in this because it's like I just need it around me so I can breathe at night.
Yeah,
maybe it's to avoid like awful situations like that. I don't know, but
no,
yeah, I thought maybe it was that, but it did look very, I don't know, like a sci-fi drug tool.
I was waiting for him to like hook it up to a CPAP machine. Like
it looked like there was a CPAP machine next to his bed. I thought,
because that would make sense, right? Like a CPAP machine is like full on, like it is over your face. It is a whole thing. But David would have known that he was using it because it is loud and on his entire face, like a squid.
Yeah.
Like it is not. I don't know why. Anyway, why squid? Couldn't tell you. But yeah, I don't know. It was something about, he has the mouth guard in and then he's like, I'm not done yet. And then he puts the nose thing in and he's like, this is my nose thing and it helps me breathe better. It was like his voice when he said it also. I was like, Patrick, I love you so much. Stop it. Leave David and marry me instead. I love you so much. He's the best.
It was a really sweet gesture. It was a really sweet gesture. I loved it. And I think that just, and I mean just, justified the need for that storyline, because it has to be something embarrassing and it has to be something that kind of makes Patrick do that gesture. But I just don't. I didn't like laughing at David's expense.
I know,
love David. Yeah,
I know.
That's the only bad thing.
You feel bad for him, yeah. But yeah, anything else that we missed on these storylines? I think that covers it.
Did you clock Jocelyn's shade to Moira for turning up 15 minutes late?
Yeah. Oh, you're in awfully good mood for someone who's 15 minutes late. It's like, ma'am, don't even start with that. She's late all the time.
Yeah, which does not justify it. As a
I'm always on
prince, I will always be on time for things. And I'm like,
same. But if I was late, I would then not the next week be like, 15. It's Jazza Gals. Calm down, Jocelyn. Like, what are you going to do? You could sing without her for 15 minutes. It's Moira. She's probably never been on time a day in her life.
I was going to say, they probably get a lot done in that 15 minutes, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, Jocelyn's throwing a lot of shade in general lately.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's quite sassy.
No, I guess I can admire that, but just saying, watch it, Jocelyn.
It's just funny. It's funny how you're here for Ronnie and a bit of messiness, but you're not here for Jocelyn.
Because Ronnie has earned it. Because Ronnie doesn't do anything wrong. Ronnie just only does like shady things that I love.
I feel like ever since Jocelyn had the bebe and then also had the bad haircut, you've been down on Jocelyn.
Yeah, it's true.
Shocking behavior. Jocelyn was once so highly favored on this podcast, and now I think
started sucking.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think she's gone downhill for both.
Yeah,
I still appreciate her for like the meme of it. Like Jocelyn still makes me laugh. Like she is still like a cartoon character, character. So I do still like kind of like saying I love Jocelyn. But yeah, she has been acting like
you know what it is though? Like she hasn't had a ton of content with Roland. And I think that is what's missing. Because that like endeared us to both of them was their relationship. And the fact that we've really only seen, whenever we've seen her, it's like she's complaining about this, she's complaining about that. Like she's not, there's no like endearing happening with her as a character when she's just like nagging the Jazza Gals.
Even the sparing moments where we have had her and Roland, the pair of them have been like almost like egging each other on to be dicks. Like the whole ruining the engagement, the engagement announcement, talking over the freaking open mic thing.
Oh, I could have murdered her for that one. Not okay. Yeah. You don't ruin Patrick's incredible scene, Jocelyn.
Yeah.
Anyway, know your place. Okay, let's get into a little bit of feedback that we got. And yeah, I think the consensus is a little bit where we are. Emily says, I must have blocked this episode from my memory. I can't believe I don't remember it, but it was pretty far past my tolerance for cringe. So blocking it out is very likely what happened. Also, special little shout out to birthday girl Emily. It's her birthday today, the day we are recording. So happy birthday, Emily. But yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah. It is pretty cringy. At least only one of the storylines is cringy though, you know?
Yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah, it wasn't. I guess because like the Wet in the Bed and the social media one were so intertwined, it kind of feels like there was a lot of cringe, but it really wasn't.
But the social media thing is so funny that I don't care that it's a little cringy, you know?
Yeah.
Jared agrees. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised that Dan Levy wrote this one. It's not past my level of cringe, but I just don't think it's that funny. Not bad, but there's been a lot funnier episodes of this show. But yeah, I agree with that.
I kind of feel that. I keep talking about like the Venn diagram of plot, emotion, and funny. We got the funny from the social media. We got plots and the emotion from like the Johnny and Stevie side of it. And so like this one was a bit of a what's the purpose of it really, other than being a supportive one for the social media thing. So I guess maybe you can throw it into the funny side.
We get a little bit of like little Patrick David stuff, but we've seen that before. Like we've seen Patrick be very supportive, so that's not surprising.
We get it. You're in love.
This man can rock a Canadian tuxedo, and I am still on board. It's magic what he's doing. Truly,
he has plastic bed sheets, Jess.
He's a clean guy, you know.
Things you will accept for a good donk that be donking.
It's true. Oh my gosh. All right, let's get into our ratings. Simply the Best, this episode. I'm waffling between two. Are you set in stone on who you want to pick for your Simply the Best?
I am nowhere near set in stone.
Let me talk through the ones that I have up there. Moira would be up there if not for the fact that like she doesn't take the post down immediately. Like that's horrible. So that ruled her out for me.
She doesn't know how. She doesn't know how. That's my explanation on that.
Yeah, except Alexis definitely knows how, and she's not insisting Alexis take it down.
This is why she has PR management. This is why Alexis is meant to be doing it.
Moira's like storyline is so funny that of course she was like on my list.
Yeah.
But my top two really are Johnny and Patrick. Mostly for being extremely supportive. And I think the thing is, both of them have small moments where I'm like, oh, like that wasn't the right move. Johnny not telling Stevie ahead of time about the meeting with the motel people, and Patrick with the mattress protector. I think, like, in my opinion, that's kind of equal. Like they both kind of made slight faux pas, but generally speaking, are extremely supportive of their respective partners in their scenes. And so I'm like a little bit at a loss of what to do. I could push it over the line with the Canadian tuxedo for Patrick if I really wanted to. I don't know. Where do you fall? Like, are those the two you're thinking of? Or are you thinking of someone else I didn't mention?
I feel like you've clarified mine a little bit because I was like, I felt guilty because I did have Moira up there. And I was like, can I? She's involved in the whole like David mocking kind of thing slightly. But I think comedy is a reason to warrant someone being up there. And I also, for that reason, I kind of want to put Alexis in contention a little bit, although I'm going to discount her because of the slow deletion. But the slow deletion is the funniest thing.
The way when she's like, drinking, it's so good. She's like tapping and like drinking her smoothie. It's so good.
Hilarious. I think I can't forgive the plastic bed sheets. I get it. It's logical. It's totally not what David needs, though. And like a conversation might have been a good thing. And I did appreciate the joke about the mattress value, though. That was really funny.
Yeah.
Well, I think I've got to, despite Johnny being a bit of a buffoon about it and lying awfully as he always does, I think I've got to give it to Johnny. Like, I think he took some very bad news incredibly admirably and was supportive to a friend. And I think that's some really great behavior that I want to reinforce in the world. Yeah. So I'm going to give it to Johnny.
All right. You'll give it to Johnny. I'll give it to Patrick. I'll push him over the edge for the Canadian tuxedo. He looks so good in it. Like, what are you doing? Why? You look so good in a Canadian tuxedo. You're not supposed to. We're supposed to make fun of you for it, you know? You looked good. Disgruntled Pelican. This one I also think is a little tricky. Because it's like
I have my answer.
Oh, you do? Okay. Tell me. Who is
Ronnie?
Because of the link
that she is. Because of the link. It's so unnecessary.
You're so right. Sending it to him directly is just awful.
Yeah, and like it's not even in the context of like, I don't know, sporting banter of like the softball game or anything like that. It's just straight up,
just to be mean.
Here's your mother telling everyone that you pissed yourself. Enjoy.
It's really awful.
And she sends it at bedtime. Like, despite the fact that she heard about it earlier in the day, because as they were all like kind of realizing that Moira's live stream was going, you could hear it at the Jazz Gals meeting, which means that Ronnie has been sat on that and has waited until they're just about to sleep before sending it to David, knowing full well he's going to have a meltdown and be up all night. Like, that was some grade A dick behavior.
And if it was like Patrick, I would understand because they do have a bit of a rivalry happening. But what did David do to you? You're right. I'll sign on to that because I didn't want to give it to Moira or Alexis because I just thought they were so funny this episode that I was like, I would have been sad to have to penalize them. But Ronnie makes sense, although I will give her credit for like wanting to give written consent for the photo being posted. I thought that was a very funny line, especially because she's not smiling in the photo, which just cracks me up even more. She's an icon.
Also hearing it as a live stream is like, I don't give permission. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was so good.
So silly. Was Roland in contention?
No, I don't think he did anything that bad. Like I think it is like, it's not the worst misunderstanding to happen. And I do think they rolled with it pretty well. Like he didn't completely embarrass them. So, I mean, I have like it's a low bar for Roland, but he stepped over it this time. So I was honestly more annoyed with Jocelyn for being like, oh, you're so happy and you're 15 minutes late. Like, shut up, Jocelyn. No, I don't like late people either, but like, I just mutter under my breath about it. I don't tell them directly. Like an adult. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's tier rank this episode. I feel like this is going to be, I don't know.
This is hard, I think.
Yeah. So hot shit, full bouquet. Love that journey for me. Ew, David, and shit, out of luck. So far, we've only slotted in one episode, and it was the premiere episode. This one is tough because it's like the social media takeover is really funny, and I really like that storyline. I would say if I'm like segmenting out the storylines as I like to do, the social media takeover for me is full bouquet. It's very funny. It's above average. It's really good. The piss the bed storyline is literally you, David. Like it actually you. And then the like Stevie Johnny stuff is more love that journey for me. Like it's not incredible, but I like it. So I don't know.
I am like kind of going in more that the social media was just on the cusp of hot shit. Like it made me laugh a lot. And the Johnny Stevie thing was full bouquet because I was like, yeah, it was a little awkward. But I like the swerve with the whole like poker racket like situation. I loved the connection with Maureen. Was it Maureen? From like
Bud?
Stevie's Maureen Bud. I love that kind of like connection and drawing on that as being like an asset to them. Also factoring into the whole like kind of like possible like sale price going down. I thought like Betty was like an absolute firecracker of a character as well. Like she was great. And Roland, despite a couple of jokes, I kind of like him being a really crap liar, and that constant joke kind of being reinforced. And like him and Johnny together, they are like, I can't think of like the comparison, but they're like a comedy duo together of just like silly old guys just not unable to lie. So that elevates it, I think, for me to full bouquet. So I would be kind of leaning on an average of full bouquet or very high love that journey for me, because I think the Ooh David of the piss storyline does really bring it down, like does drag it down.
See, this is where my concern is though, because I think I prefer smoke signals to the incident, which smoke signals was the premiere, because I really like Alexis misunderstood her departure date and them going to see the venue. I think there's a lot of like fun stuff involved in that. And I think the negativity of the wet the bed drags it down more for me than smoke signals, even if smoke signals is more like your baseline average.
What I'm hearing is you're down on pissing the bed, but you're okay with like hamster culling in a farm. Oh, they're guinea pigs.
Guinea pigs. Yeah, guinea pigs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's be clear. I love hamsters. Guinea pigs can go F themselves. No, I'm just kidding. I like all animals.
I can get on board with that. I can get on board with it being below smoke signals because I think as much as I am hot on the social media and the Johnny and Stevie side of it, the piss storyline is just so bad.
Yeah, it
like
is.
It's just I don't want to laugh at David.
It's not great. Yeah. All right. Well, so we're gonna leave it in Love That Journey for Me.
Love that journey for me.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
All right. And do you want to hear what the title of the next episode is?
Yes, please.
We've got season 6, episode 3, The Job Interview.
Oh, Stevie's getting a job interview? Has Stevie already lined something up, maybe? Is it a career thing?
Mm-hmm.
Could it be... are they perhaps interviewing for Stevie's replacement? Because they're going to need a replacement, surely.
Yeah, need a third person, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That could be quite interesting. I think in either scenario, you've got kind of good things because you've got like Stevie overcoming like potentially like kind of, I think maybe it's going to be quite an emotional thing or like kind of not emotional, but I don't know, maybe quite empowering for Stevie.
Mm-hmm.
Or we get Johnny interviewing, which I'm so here for because that's going to be an absolute like, I don't know, disaster, dumpster fire.
Yeah. I'm just looking to see yeah, I was looking to see what the other, obviously the title gives away one of the storylines for me. I was looking to see what the other two storylines were. This is a fun one. Yeah, I think it's a fun one. I think we're going to start to trend a little bit up from here. Because there's some really fun stuff coming up that I'm really, really excited about. So
trending upwards after only 2 episodes to the start of the season, that bodes well.
Yeah. The one storyline especially is like sticks in my memory as something that is like pretty silly. So yeah, that'll be next week. Yeah, that's about it. We are in it now. We are getting so close to the end of the show. Oh my God. I can't think about it. I was just thinking, it's so funny. This podcast has given me like even more. I love the show, but it's given me like more of an appreciation for it, and just like has only solidified my feelings that it is like a top 3 sitcom of all time. Like it is.
Wow.
It is just one of my favorites because there's rarely a bad episode. The character arcs are just so satisfying and so well earned, and it has the perfect blend of comedy and heart. I think it's really important for a sitcom to have that, and like continuity too, and the uniqueness of the show. Like there is not another show like it. Like you cannot point to another character and be like, oh, this is the Moira Rose of that show. It doesn't exist. It doesn't happen.
Completely unique. I also think as well, like kind of, it was. And it's like heyday during like obviously when this was released, like COVID and everything like that. It was, I think, like for now it's incredibly necessary because there is so much kind of like positivity in it in terms of like how people's lives are projected and the way in which I don't think there's really like a really horribly negative person that's in the cast, and it's not like kind of like engineered just for the sake of it. So I think it's like incredibly essential for that kind of like aspect. But also kind of being able to weave in very progressive and I think necessary kind of like characters and storylines without being really, shoehorned in for the sake of it to appease an audience and to be an obvious cash grab or audience grab. It's like, it's so organic. And I'm really appreciative of the fact that we are getting to cover this. And I am getting kind of sad that it is going to come to an end soon, and it's a while off still. We've still got like 3 months left?
Couple months. I think it's end of October is roughly. Yeah. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be okay. Don't have to think about it.
We'll just avoid it. We'll avoid it. Yeah.
And there still are a couple storylines that I am just like, I cannot wait for you to get to. That I feel like there have been like little breadcrumbs along the way. Anyway, that's all I'll say about it for now. But yeah, we'll be back next week with season 6, episode 3. And until then, everyone, warmest regards.
And best wishes.
At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
If you're shopping while working, eating, or even listening to this podcast, then you know and love the thrill of a deal. But are you getting the deal and cash back? Rakuten shoppers do. They get the brands they love, savings, and cash back. And you can get it too. Start getting cash back at your favorite stores like Levi's, Plow & Hearth, Adidas, Sephora, and Neiman Marcus. Stack sales on top of cash back and feel what it's like to know you're maximizing the savings. And it's easy to use. And you get your cash back sent to you through PayPal or check. The idea is simple. Stores pay Rakuten for sending them shoppers, and Rakuten shares the money with you as cash back. Download the free Rakuten app or go to Rakuten.com to start saving today. It's the most rewarding way to shop. That's Rakuten. Rakuten.com.